Radio, the Matrix Studios. Welcome, guys. Welcome, guys. Chopcheese Media. Welcome to the Valentines episode, guys. Your faithful host, Uncle Chi, the caring, humble individual. Welcome to the Chi Challenge. Welcome to Chopcheese Media, guys. And this is your Valentine's episode. Let's give it up for our broadcasters. Guys, let's give it up for Party 101.9. Let's give it up for iHeartRadio, the Matrix Studios, Nexus Media. We are broadcasting live, guys, and I hope you guys are having a great Valentine's Day today. We are doing the unspeakable. We're broadcasting live from the Savage Live Music Studios. And as you can see, today we got a jam-packed episode, guys. So I hope you guys are ready, and I hope you guys are prepared. And if I'm coming down too loud through these speakers, I'm so excited. We have a jam-packed show, guys. It's going to be out of control. And guys, don't forget to drop your fire emojis in the chat so I can know that you guys are present and active. And shouts to DWI for this one. This was amazing. We did not anticipate for everything to run as scheduled, and as scheduled it is. I couldn't make it into the studio today at Wall Street. Shouts to all my Wall Street broadcasters and all my peoples down there, yo. Shouts to Thadi, shouts to my engineer, shouts to Swerve. Now, I just wanted to make sure that we did not leave anybody out. Shouts to DWI one more time. Guys, welcome to Chopcheese Media. And today we have a jam-packed show. We're going to be talking about your happy Valentines and your sad Valentines. We're going to be covering a lot of different aspects of that. Plus, I also have a big turning point for everybody in the dembow, reggaeton, and all that Spanish thing going on with that type of beat pattern that they're using. That's gonna be another topic we got to touch, and it's going to be crazy, guys. And today we are going to be, just basically we want to explore what you guys are doing for Valentine's. What is it that you guys are doing? Please feel free to drop any ideas on what is it that people really want out of their Valentines. You know what I'm saying, chat? Now, chat, today we are also going to be talking about what are Valentine etiquettes. Like, what is it that people expect from you in a Valentine setting? Like, a lot of people are trying to cuff up for the Valentine. Like, people were trying to cuff up like days before Valentine. Like if it was like, like it was a Mr. Beast challenge, and like they told you to find a partner before the 14th, or else you're not gonna get $1 million. Because everybody was they were cuffing up. A lot of people were cuffing up, and this is one of those little things we're going to be doing by mistake, guys. So once again, guys, welcome back. Welcome back. We are broadcasting live from the Savage Live Music Studios, guys. And I am your faithful companion, Uncle Chi. And I want everybody to know, I wish you guys all a happy Valentine. Not that I celebrate the holiday at all, but guys, I do want you guys to know that, this is pretty cool. So how does this work? I'm still getting used to this whole, you know what I'm saying, broadcasting from home, Chopcheese Media. You already see the vibes. Now, guys, if you do have a Valentine's, what are you doing for Valentine's? Now, we don't normally care much about Valentine's because it's just a pagan holiday, just like any other holiday. I mean, it's dressed in red, just like every other pagan holiday, the Christmases and all that other stuff. So what is it that you are doing to make it special for your Valentine? Now, also, we're going to try to get some callers in, guys. So don't feel free to call in 646-807-9229. That's 646 807-2992. Oh my God, my dyslexia. You guys saw that live on stream. Dyslexia kicking in. So guys, My dyslexia is definitely kicking in. So that was it's actually 646-807-2992. All right. So if I gave that number out wrong the first time, guys, just know that it's my dyslexia. Blame it on my dyslexia. But anyway, guys, so what has been doing some numbers and has been doing some rounds around the planet Earth recently, it's been the new yo. What was that? Oh man, you imagine we get some ghost guests and some ghosts start talking on my live? That'd be crazy. It'd be crazy. But anyway, guys, as you can see, we're broadcasting live, Savage Life Studios, Savage Live Music Studios. Know what I mean? And we are live, ladies and gentlemen. So you already see the vibes. You already see the vibes. We are live. And guys, if you guys are doing something special for today, where are you taking your Valentines? Where are you guys going on a day like today? What is it that people do? Because, I don't have a Valentine. I personally don't even invest too much time into love because I feel like in love, I have a big disconnection. I'm an orphan. I'm an orphan. I've been orphan since 11 years old. So the trashy part about being orphaned out a child. See, right now I tell you I'm an orphan. It don't really matter because I'm a grown ass person. You're like, so what? You're an orphan. But when you're a child, 11 years old, and you're orphaned, it kind of changes the way you grow up. Because being an orphan at 11 years old is like handing somebody an IKEA setup, right? Like giving them a whole wall unit or like a dresser to put together without instructions. So I grew up trying to figure things out without the instructions. Like I don't know what it's like to be a parent. I don't know what it's like to be a grown up. I don't know. Like my responsibilities are based on like, am I gonna literally get kicked out of my house? That's how important things end up being. Like if it ain't that important, I don't care. So nowadays, people are investing like all this energy into like their couples, and I'm like, why? What's so important about a person that you don't know if they're being faithful to you? Because nowadays I'll be feeling like there's three types of categories, right? Like girls have three types of categories. They have the friend, right? They have the boyfriend, and then they have the side guy, right? The side guy. So the friend usually doesn't. Usually the friend is the guy that wants to sleep with the girl, right? That he's the guy that the girl keeps around. She knows he wants to sleep with her, but she don't give him no play because she wants him as a friend. But he's waiting for the opportunity. So he's just sitting dormant, right? He's just sitting dormant. I'm not speaking for myself here because I don't have any female friends where I could get some dessert for free. I literally can't get no dessert for free. So if people are handing out pieces of flan, I'm not getting any. I'm not getting any pieces of flan. I'm not getting not free pieces, not little pieces, not no pieces. So there's girls out there who have a roster, and I'm not mad at you. I'm not mad at you. I can't be mad at you for having a roster because like chat. I'm gonna be mad because you got more than I got. That's not. I'm not a hater. That's a hater. Now that's a hater. A hater is somebody who they're really invested in just seeing you lose. They don't even care if you win. For the team, they just don't want you to beat them. You know what I'm saying? They just want you to be messed up so that way they could feel better about themselves, right? So I'm not a hater. I don't care if the girl has the friend, the boyfriend, and then the side guy. But most girls do. Like the other days, and this is like personal, guys. I'm gonna some personal, right? Like I'm gonna just tell you something personal, right? Like this girl, right? Boom, she hits me up. Like never even spoken to this girl before in my life. Like I just probably seen her story and liked it once or twice. Like I never really hung out with the girl, right? Don't know nothing about her, but she's very attractive, like But my thing is that I find it like a trap. It's like a trap. When a girl's too good looking, there's a trap. There's something going on there. This is a trap. It's a trap. It can't be that easy. It's something going on. You know what I'm saying? And the girl hits me up. She's like, yo, and then she hits me up at a crazy time. Like I was just up. It was like 1 a.m. I don't be up late. I don't be up late unless I'm playing PlayStation, Call of Duty. Like I'm going in for the rankings, right? But she hits me up. It's like 1:30 a.m. I'm not doing anything. So she catches me coming back from a walk. I have a puppy, Jack Russell Terrier. So I'm walking Legend. And then she hits me up and she's like, yo, what you doing? So, I still got all my clothes on from walking my dog. So I'm like, you know what? I'm not doing anything. I might as well just go see what's up with this girl. So I tell her, yeah, what's up? She's like, yo, you think you could pull up? I know it's kind of late or whatever, but yo, pull up. I'm like, sure. And she's like, yeah, no, just so I can't fall asleep. So can you pull up and smoke and whatever? So I'm like, yo, great opportunity. But the girl, I should have asked her more questions. I'm not used to the whole come pull up on me. That's new to me. Like a girl be like, yo, just pull up on me. Like I didn't know what to do. So, and she's very, like I said, guys, she's very attractive. If I show you who she is, you guys will probably be like, oh my God. But me, when it's that attractive, I feel like you already got like a roster. You got 3 guys, the main 3. You got your main 3. You got your best friend, the guy that wants to sleep with you, but you just can't do nothing about it. And to clarify, guys, girls who have best friends, not every girl has a best friend that wants to sleep with her. Because some guys know the girl since she was young, so they don't really see her that way. But some of these guys become the best friend after the girl's old enough. Even if they just know her for like 2-3 years, they become the best friend because they're thinking in advance. They're thinking, if I'm already positioned, like right there, and she goes through a moment, then I'm going to be the crying shoulder. And then I could swoop in, you know what I'm saying? And this guy right here who does this kind of trick, he's more like a scavenger. You know what I'm saying? He's like a pigeon. He will eat anything, bro. And I've seen pigeons eat mice. So pigeons will eat anything. So this bird ass, oh my bad. This pigeon person, right? We're going to call him a pigeon because he's a pigeon. This pigeon person will stick around even to eat the crumbs. So every guy isn't that pigeon. Some guys are a best friend, like they don't have any romantic interest in the girl. So sometimes they just like, they're like treating the girl as if it's a little sister because they probably do have a little sister. So sometimes you gotta probe. Does the guy that you consider your best friend have a sister? Because if he has a sister, he's probably going to treat you like one. You know what I'm saying? He's probably going to see his, surrogate little sister in you. But the girl, right? So the girl tells me, yo, pull up. And the only reason I fathom this, like, because we could just go into like why I shouldn't have done this, right? Like there's a million reasons why I shouldn't have done this. Like, for example, right? Like you could get lined. You'd never know. You could be lined. Like me, I got 50,000 followers on Instagram. Like it's easy to assume that I have like, a lot of money or something. Like, right. So you could just line me. You could just line me because you know that if you invite me to your house, I'm coming with the sumos. You know what I'm saying? I'm coming with the heavyweight. You know what I'm saying? But whatever. I'm a New Yorker, so I'm gonna tell you guys about New Yorkers. New Yorkers talk with sound effects, right? We're like built-in sound machines. You know what I'm saying? So we don't, we don't. There's things that we don't really say. You gotta kind of like, it's telepathic. So right. So Shorty hits me. Boom. I'm like, oh man, Shorty's fly. And not because like by my standard, she's fly, but to everybody, not by my standard. By my standard, I like a girl. See, my thing is not even looks because I'm a handsome guy. So looks is nothing. I could swoop any girl. I could swoop any girl I like. If I like her, I could swoop her. There's no ifs, ands, or buts. But the girl that I got in my head, it's not this girl. Like the girl that I want to date, the girl that I want in my life, she has to understand that my life is a little complex. You feel me? My life is built different. You know what I'm saying? Like when you don't have parents, like I said, when you don't have parents, you're building a dresser without instructions. When you're an orphan, it's like trying to build a car from scratch. You're probably going to finish the car. Hey, listen, anybody can finish building, right? But that doesn't mean that you built it right. So my life is built a little wacky. It ain't like you can knock it over, it's not unstable. But it is not built like a person who has parents. Like, there's certain things I don't respect. Like I don't respect authority. I have no respect for authority. This is just something that I hate about myself. If there's something that I hate about myself, it's the fact that I don't know how to stop. Like there's no filter for me. For me, it's like I just go off. Like I don't know when to stop. Like so beef with me is probably the wrong option because I just don't know when to stop. You know what I'm saying? Like When do I stop? Do I go to the hospital and pull the plug on his respirator after I put him in the hospital in a respirator? Like, I don't know when to stop. You know, my idea of which is really, in a benefit that's really good. That's really good because that's how come I am good at what I do. This is why I'm good at drawing. This is why I'm good at marketing. This is why I'm good at editing. This is why I'm good at this, because I just don't know when to stop. I don't have no breaks. I don't have no pause. I don't have no filters. I don't have no censorship. This is the only time I'm censored, and it's because iHeartRadio really frowns upon, the foul potty mouth. So this is why I do the iHeartRadio. It's like the 160 minutes in my week or every other week where I do not, where I set a limit. I put a censor. I put a filter where I should stop, right? And shouts to Gigi for that. Gigi's Prophecy, the album coming out. Chopcheese Media, the rapper, that guy with the mask, yeah, that guy dropping Gigi's Prophecy, and it's because I was chatting with the kid. One day I'm gonna bring him on the show, and I was chatting with Chopcheese Media, the rapper guy. A lot of people think he's me, but he's a younger guy. He's a family member. So Chopcheese Media and me, we're talking about the Gigi Prophecy, and I'm telling him about this stuff, right? And shouts to Gigi, happy Valentines to you if you're watching, but you're not watching. I know you're not watching, but if you're watching, so shouts to my savages too. Shouts to all my savages, right? So this was a girl who, at one point when I was dating Gigi, she told me like, "Yo, I know that girl likes you." I didn't think that girl liked me because she's attractive, and some girls that are attractive, they don't like guys like me that are real. They like them phony guys that they got like money and they're like, "Oh, I'll give you everything you want. I will give you anything you need." Like, I'm not that guy. I do not buy women's stuff. Like, I'm not the guy that's going to pay your rent. I'm not paying your rent. Now, if we're together and it comes from within, I'm not going to let you drown. But if you're getting with me based on what I have, you're not getting anything. I am extremely like, I'm with my stuff. I don't, no. Oh, no. Oh, God, please, no. So the girl hits me up. And because of the whole conversation I had with Gigi and situation was why I had her in the radar. So it's something in my head said, let me go over there and see, like, what's up? Like, why would this girl invite me to her house? Never hung out with her. Never in my life seen this girl, like, in a hangout setting. So I accept the invitation. It was like 1:30 in the night and everything. I should have considered that I could be getting lined. You know what I'm saying? Even though I didn't think about it, I did go with all my drip. Like, I put on all my chains and my chains are in the room, but I didn't feel like we needed to put my chains on to come on, guys. Like, for real, do you need me to put my chains on though? Because if you need me to, I'll put my chains on. But there's no need to. So I decide, let me go see what's up with Shorty. So, before I leave to go see Shorty, I tell her like, yo, I'm gonna just come through for a little bit because, like, it's mad late. And she tells me like, yo, I didn't even think you would pick up. Nonetheless, consider coming to see me. So I'm like, I bet, let's go. This is my Valentine story, right? This is why I don't date. This is why I don't, like, dating for me is like, I would much rather be alone. Like, for you to date me, you got to get in my radar, and then it ain't vanity. You can't be every girl. To me, every girl looks good. At least the ones that approach me all look good. So looks is not something that like, oh, that's the key highlight of this situation. Like, girl, everybody looks good. Shut up. So Shorty, she gets me like, oh, and by the way, can you bring some beers? So now in my head, I'm like, what does that mean? It's 1:30 at night. She's telling me to pull up. She's telling me bring beers. So I'm thinking to myself, maybe not. I'm not saying that I'm thinking to myself like I'm gonna get some. But there's girls out there. I'm not gonna lie to you. There's girls out there who do revenge things. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes they'll do revenge stuff. Like they're mad at their boyfriend, so they'll call you up and probably do some revenge, hookups, right? So revenge hookups. So Shorty, I don't know. It crossed my mind like maybe she's trying to do some revenge hookup, which is still a bad thing. It's still a bad thing because if you go to somebody's house on some revenge hookup, she might be really tight with the guy. You know what I'm saying? The guy might even have his own key. So you could be sitting in this guy's crib, well, in her crib, which is kind of like his crib too, because you know he's been shaking the house. He's been making the mattress squeak. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm just saying, like what I'm, I don't know, but you get what I'm saying. So she tells me pull up. Then she injects, yo, bring some beer if you can. I'm like, then she calls and she says, no, you know what? We could order beer from the store around here, which then I'm starting to get a little iffy about. Because then I'm like, you're going to call beer delivery at 1:30? That's crazy. Then now I'm starting to feel like it could be a setup. So I'm like, let me take some weapons with me. I bring some weapons, I make a pit stop, but around her house. I buy the beer to eliminate the third party person popping up out of nowhere, knocking on doors. And then next thing you know, I'm like, I didn't know I was getting robbed. Right? So I wanted to avoid all that. So I I I I, I get that far. I'm already in front of her building. I haven't considered the facts that I could be putting myself in a situation where I could get hurt. I'm not really considering all of this because I'm just thinking like benignly, like what's the most that can happen? Like this girl, it's 1:30 in the night. She's probably just wants some company. So I show up, I go upstairs, and I make it to the floor where she's at, right? And there's a guy with a door open. So when I get to that floor, I see him. Me and him, we make eye contact. This grown ass dude, just like me. And we make eye contact. And he's like flagging me, like he's trying to land the plane. You see, when you land a plane, and you do this. So he's kind of like trying to land me into the apartment, like, and I don't know. I'm just like, something in my head is like, this can't be the place. So I knock on the door directly next to the guy who's standing with the door ajar. He has the door wide open. He's telling me like, this way, buddy. And I don't know, something in my head is like, this can't be the place. How could this be the place? There's a guy at the door. But whatever. So I knock on the door next door, which is it's crazy. Cause when I'm knocking on the door, he's looking at me like I'm crazy. Cause he's like, bro, this is the apartment. And the girl says from inside the apartment, yo, it's over here. And I don't know why my brain was rejecting the information because I'm seeing the guy trying to land me, right? He's trying to land me. And I don't know why my brain is like rejecting it. It's rejecting it. It's rejecting it. I'm telling you, it is rejecting it. So when I do acknowledge that, yeah, this is the right place. I walk inside. The dude closes the door behind me, and I'm like, now I'm feeling wacky. Now I'm like, the sweat beads. You know, you're like, damn, did I bring enough weapons? You always got to bring in. If you live in the Bronx, if you live where I live, it's not that you should carry weapons or conceal weapons because that is an illegal thing. But given the circumstances of the geographic area where I am located, it is a very spicy area. So I'm in the concourse by like Bedford, by like 198. You know what I'm saying? And I'm like, I know how shifty this area is. I've lived around here. I'm from Tremont and Creston. Like, so I'm like this wacky area. Plus, I'm known to have a few ops in that little area. You know, haters, straight haters. Well, you could call them haters, you could call them ops, you could call them whatever you want, but they ain't never gonna say it to my face. And when they see me, they look down or they cross the street. But they know what's up, right? So I'm like, damn, damn, damn. Now I'm in an apartment in an op area, and there's this dude who I don't know who he is. So I get inside, I was being generous, so I bought 2 6-packs. Guess what? The dude grabs the beers and says, let me put them in the fridge. So he puts them in the fridge, and then I'm like, this is crazy. So I sit down. She's like, oh, go ahead, sit down. She's like, oh, this is my best friend. Remember, guys, I told you girls have 3 people in their life. There's the best friend, there's the boyfriend, and then there is the side guy, right? I'm trying to wonder who this guy is. He's definitely not the boyfriend because the boyfriend's not going to open the door for me. And he's not going to allow me to visit his girlfriend while he's there. That's just not happening. So I'm like, this guy's got to be the best friend waiting, or he's the side guy. Can't be the side guy because he would not be, you know, he would not be steaming another guy for some beers. So I sit down. And then she's like, oh no, this is my best friend, yada, yada, yada. So now I'm like, they got me. Got me. Not in a sense where I'm going to get lined up, but they got me. They got me out of my house. She don't even like me. She's just bringing me over because she want to have some free beers. And she figured I would be the guy to bring them. Right? Now, this is why I don't date. Because girls have this guy. Now, this girl probably would have never showed me this guy. But being that she was already drunk, she didn't care. But some of you girls do not show this guy. This guy has never been revealed to other guys. So when girls are telling you sometimes they're alone, like she was portraying, there's a guy there. There's probably a guy there. FaceTime her. I guarantee you there's probably a guy there. I don't know. I thought I heard something. So that brings me back to a setting where I was dating a girl who did not like for me to pop up at her house. And then it kind of introduces that concept to me, right? Oh, and by the way, I drank the beers, which was like one or two because I don't really drink. I smoked, which was like the thinnest joints I ever smoked in my life because I guess the rolling up was up to them and they weren't like trying to smoke all their stuff with me. So, I just remember that I was just trying to leave the house. The minute I got into the house, I wanted to leave the house. I did not care how good looking she was because it was just such an ugly situation that you would invite me to your house at 1:30 in the morning. You already have a guy in your house. Not only that, but there's a whole bunch of other guys calling her phone. Not only that, but there's other guys knocking on the door. Not only that, but I'm not the only guy. Like, what the hell? You know what I'm saying? Like for real, for real, for real. It was crazy. It was just a crazy situation. And I just couldn't understand it. You know? I couldn't understand why. Because for me, it's like, listen, if I'm chilling with a girl, I'm going to tell you something. I don't care if she's my home girl. If she wants to call a guy over and her pretense is, yo, he's going to bring beers and stuff like that, I don't want to go. I do not want to be a part of that. If you want that guy to come through, I'm going home. I don't care if I'm your friend. Like, that's your personal time. Do your thing, yo. I'm good. But the fact that the guy stood there was kind of crazy for me. It made me feel like I was getting lined up. You know, it was a scary situation for me. And it was not pleasurable at all. It was not, I did not enjoy it in the least bit. You know, it was very nerve-wracking. And given the fact that I didn't have enough weapons on me, I felt like I was outnumbered every single time somebody called. And she had some real crude jokes. Like one guy was calling her guy friend's phone and he didn't want to pick it up. And then she was like, give me the phone, I'll pick it up. And then she picks up the phone and she's like, oh, so-and-so, let's call him so-and-so. She's like, oh, so-and-so can't come to the phone because he's eating me out. Now I'm standing there like in the room, like, how is that funny? Like, how is that a joke where I would find it funny? The guy that you picking up the phone for finds it funny, or the person on the phone. How do we all three find this funny? Right? She's like, oh, he can't come to the phone. He's busy eating me out. And it was just like a wake-up call for me because then that's when I realized I'm in over my head, ladies and gentlemen. Right now, I am in a situation where I could literally be hurt. You know what I'm saying? Like right now, these people could plot on me and it could really go south for me. So I was just like, this is not for me. This is not my cup of tea. I'm just gonna, I'm gonna curve the situation. I'm gonna go left with this one, right? But, ladies and gentlemen, it just brings me back to when I was dating that one girl. And she didn't like when I used to show up at her house unannounced. which kind of, you know, maybe she wasn't doing this. But this is the reason why I was already like PTSD about it. Because of these kind of moments where someone is already in the house. You know what I'm saying? Like, so what if the girl that I normally was dating and I popped up on, what if she didn't like me popping up randomly because she didn't like the fact that I could run into one of these guys? And the fact that you know, I'm a street guy. So I may not portray that part. Legend, come here. Right now. Come here right now. Sorry guys, I have a Jack Russell Terrier. Come here right now. Up here. Up. So, right? So, it just made me feel like, what if she didn't want me visiting her randomly because of that guy? What if she was just like, what if this guy pops up one day and then, finds my best friend here? He's probably gonna beat him up. It gave me that impression. It gave me that impression because I know that why would you be so upset if I'm dating you? Because why did like why would you be so upset if your man comes to visit you? Like if your man visits you, your man loves you. Like if I got what I'm saying is if I have a girlfriend, she could show up randomly. It's okay. I don't mind. But she made it a big deal because she didn't want me. Stop. She didn't want me. She used to make it a thing like, yo, that's like, how dare you show up at my house without me inviting you? Like, how dare you? And I used to be like, but what's the problem? I'm your man. Legend. Stop. Okay? Stop. So it made me feel like when I went to this girl's house and I saw the dude there, it made me feel like maybe that's why she didn't want me to, be popping up randomly. But I didn't know this till later. I was upset about the popping up randomly situation at the moment anyway. But when later on in life, a girl invites me to her house and there's a guy already there and he's aware of my existence, like he knows I'm coming through, but I'm coming through, but I don't even know he's there. It made me feel like the girl that I was dating might have had a friend like that he was allowed to pop up whenever he wanted to. So to protect him, I was not allowed to pop up whenever I wanted to. You get what I'm saying? And it was like, it confirmed it for me. Like that was a confirmation for me. It was like a big like wake up call, and it felt scary because like I don't do that. Like if I have a girlfriend, like I literally I become, yo, listen, I'm gonna tell you something about me. When I got a girlfriend, even my female friends get cut off because I'm trying to respect my girl to the most of her ability. And although she might feel jealousy over some of my female friends because they're very caring and whatever, she might misinterpret it. But they don't do stuff like that. Like like pick up my phone and be like, oh, he's busy eating me out. Like my female friends will not even play like this. That is so disrespectful. And if she was to say some shit, my bad. If she was to say some ish like that, I would literally snatch the phone from her hand and be like, don't do that. Because I don't want people thinking like we have something sexual going. Like that's disgusting. And I feel like in retrospect, right? Like in retrospect, the reason why she was uncomfortable with my pop-ups was because she had a male friend that sit now. So it was like, I don't know. I felt like that was proof enough for me to understand why she was mad. It wasn't like, oh, that's why she was mad. It was more like, oh, maybe, just maybe, the reason why she was so bothered by me just popping up randomly was because of that. Because I remember when I was at that girl's house, there was a dude trying to pop up from the 5th floor, and he was trying to pop up randomly. And she was telling him, like, no, you can't just pop up on me. I don't want to see you. Like, she was playing games with him to the point that the dude felt like it was just a joke. And he knocked on the door. And then when her friend went to open it, she shouted from the bed, which she never even approached the door. She shouted from the bed, "Oh, I don't want to see you." And the guy just was like, whatever, and he left, right? So what if that girl that I was dating didn't want me to pop up because maybe the guy that she was cool with lived in the same building as her? So he could literally pop up anytime, like fourth floor to the fifth floor, third floor to the fourth floor. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like they were in the same building. So while I'm thinking that there's a guy that's gonna pop up from some random location, it was not accurate. Because that guy that girl had in her house, that guy lived in the building with her. The other guys that was trying to link her lived in the building with her. So I'm using like logic, right? Like we're associating value to things, just like a math problem, right? This is a X value. We got to add a value to X. So the X, that was the value. The value is that you probably have some friends you're like this with, you undress in front of, or whatever crazy situation. Because they were talking crazy, Mo. They were talking crazy, Mo. Like they were really on some sexual thing. Like they were like, their jokes were very sexual, very heated sexual things that I was like, I don't even talk to my female friends like that. That's crazy. Like, and me and my female friends are like close, but this is borderlining like somebody could get this confused for like a sexual thing. Like, bro, it was so blatant. Like there was no hiding it. Like she was literally making those jokes. Like there was even a moment where she's like arguing with the dude in front of me. They're like literally going back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. And I'm like thinking to myself, they look like an old couple. They look like an old couple who divorced and stood friends. And once in a while, she lets him wash the inside of her soap dish. You know what I'm saying? Like it was crazy. But it just brings me back to the situation where my trust issues were kind of confirmed. You know, it was confirmed that I'm not tripping when I find something like this weird. I'm not tripping when a girl says you cannot pull up to me unannounced. It kind of answered those questions for me because it made me feel that this girl is kind of revealing what the other girls are doing. You know what I'm saying? Like this girl is not unique in her way. She's just unique in the specific people. She might be exerting some typical pattern amongst women of this demographic, the 30s, the 33s, the 35s, that claim to be single, but aren't really single because they are entertained by a guy friend who probably plays spin the bottle with them. You know what I'm saying? Truth or dare. You know what I'm saying? Um, he's probably the guy that holds the phone while she does spicy things with other girls. You know what I'm saying? Like, so it kind of answered my doubts as to why a girl will find me visiting her unannounced so uncomfortable. Because like right now, you could just pop up at my house. If you were a girl I'm dating, you literally could pop up at my house right now. Literally could pop up at my house right now. And I'm not gonna be mad. I'm not gonna be mad. I'm not gonna be, you know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna be like, oh, you can't be doing that. If you are so adamant about like, yo, how dare you come up to my house? Like literally, the girl didn't even open the door. Like I showed up to her house, I knocked on her door. Her dad was like, who is it? I'm like, can I speak with her? He goes to get her, and then he comes back and he's like, oh, she's taking a bath. So I'm like, yo, then tell her I'm in the hallway. And I wait for her to finish. When she does finish, she comes to the door and she doesn't open it. Because that's weird. I don't know if you find that weird, but I find it weird that you knock on somebody's door and you're dating them and they're speaking through a door. Like if you're dating me, right? I open the door even for like UPS, like, oh, what's up? Yeah, no, that's not my package. You know? But you dating me and I'm knocking and you're not opening the door. That's weird. That's a little weird. That you're speaking across a door and you have no intentions of opening it. That's weird. Don't don't gaslight me and tell me that I shouldn't be popping up unannounced. Don't tell me that it's weird that I couldn't call you and let you know I was popping up. Because, like, for example, that day I had a dental appointment and I was like literally 4 blocks from the dentist and I was early. So I had like 45 minutes to get to the dentist. So I figured I have a girlfriend who lives 4 blocks from the dentist office I'm going to. Why don't I go see my girlfriend, spend time with her, and then slide to my dental appointment? Right? That's valid. I don't see how that's not valid, right? That's a valid thing, chat. Like, you should be able to pop up on your girlfriend. Why not? It's my thing. Like, why not? So whatever. I come here. So I popped up, and this was not just one pop up, guys. I went more than once because then after that situation, it just made me want to like, yo, I just feel like doing random pop ups now. Now I feel like just randomly popping up. You feel me? Like, what is the big deal? Why is it that I have to announce myself? That does not make any sense. Why do I need to be announced? That don't make no sense. Like, why? Why? You know? And that's why I was like, I don't know, man. There's something going on here, and I don't know what it is. But I'm gonna put my finger on it. I couldn't put my finger on it because she didn't let me put my finger on the pulse. She kept me separated like oil and water. She kept me separated like two shoestrings. You feel me? Like your left shoestring never meets your right shoestring. They never tie. You know what I'm saying? They probably go a whole lifetime without ever meeting. And when I had this new person invite me to their house at 1:30 in the morning, right? 1:30 in the morning. And you already have a guest, which you did not disclose to me, which is cause for alarm, which is also cause for me to literally be skeptical about this being a safe visit, right? So, that being said, it brought me back to like maybe that answers some of the questions I had about my relationship, what my prior relationship. I'm in no relationship now. So happy Valentine's to everybody who's enjoying their Valentine's. I'm too narcissistic to have a date. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm too engulfed in getting my career going. Like for real. I'm like there. Like, ooh, I'm so close. You know? But when I have to go back into my memory and be like, maybe, just maybe, that's why she did it. You know? And here's the thing. If it wasn't that she was talking to me through a door, I would have never thought about it weird. Because if she would have opened the door and was like, "Oh, babe, come in. Why you pop up?" Like, and then gave me my lecture, like, don't ever do that again. While I'm sitting on her bed, because let's not forget she was taking a shower. So why wouldn't you want to open the door? You're dating me. You sleep over my house 3 days every weekend. Why wouldn't you open the door in the middle of a shower and let me in to wait for you at your room so you could come out looking all spicy and show me some love? You know? Go. Go. Eat your chicken. Eat your chicken. Right? Why wouldn't you be excited? Like if a girl, like, listen up, if I'm dating a girl, right? I don't care how serious we are. She knocks on my door and I'm in the middle of a shower. And then she's like, yo, I'm outside your door. I'm gonna open that door in a towel. I'm gonna open your door. I'm gonna be like, yo, shorty, this is the shorty I'm dating. I'm gonna open the door. But this girl was reluctant to the point that she was so offended. She told me, let this be the last time you come to my house unannounced. to the point that when I did do it the next times, she said, and I quote, "If you do this any longer, I will have to call the police." And I was like, whoa. See, I'm a criminal. You could ask the judge. I just beat my last case. You understand what I'm saying? They caught me allegedly on a motorcycle. Allegedly. It was unregistered. Allegedly. Well, this part isn't allegedly. I do have my license suspended. That's not allegedly. Now, it didn't have no paperwork, didn't have no insurance. It wasn't registered. I have no license plates, but I wasn't riding it, allegedly. And then they search me illegally and they find weapons on me. Not one, not two, a couple of weapons on me. But they were not mine, allegedly. So, career criminal, bro. The judge will tell you. Ask the judge. He'll tell you, bro, my criminal record speaks for itself. 2B felonies. I am the guy you do not want to do that with. You know what I'm saying? This is why you see me here in Chopcheese Media making the best out of a bad thing, you know? So it makes me feel, you telling me, do not come to my house unannounced or I will call the police. It tells me, whatever you have in your house, you're protecting. If I'm your man, 7 months, why are you threatening me with police action if I pop up at your house unannounced? If you are my girl. That was weird. But, I don't jump to conclusions. I don't assume. I just grab that case study unexplored and I put it boop in the back of my head. And I say, this is going to make sense maybe later. If it doesn't, it just doesn't. I'm going to wait. I'm a Cancer. And Cancers, we will wait 30 years if we have to get a get back. We get our get back though. We the get back gang. Cancers, get back gang. We will always get back. You feel me? Shouts to all my Cancers. Shouts to all my Savage Life music people. Shouts to all my followers on Instagram. Guys, if you're not following the Instagram, you're missing out on a lot. This show has no sponsors, so today we're going to selfishly plug the Instagram. Guys, go check out the Instagram, the Cheat Challenge. Guys, go check out Chopcheese Media on Instagram. And don't forget, we got new episodes dropping on Chopcheese Media every 2 weeks directly from the Matrix Studios. Now, guys, that was very sus for me, And I didn't judge her because I'm an open-minded person. Like, I've literally been with girls who have invited me on dates. And when I went on a date with the girl had a boyfriend. Like, I went to open the door. She's like, yo, you want to come with me? I'm going to take you to, we're going to go out to dinner. I'm like, yo, word, facts, let's go. And I'll come downstairs and shorty, I'll go to open the shotgun door, right? Who goes to shotgun next to the, shotgun driver is the shotgun seat is the passenger princess or the passenger prince, the person who sits next to the driver. And I go to open the door. And guess what? There's a guy sitting in there already. And the guy's like, oh, the other door. Because he knows I'm coming. The only person that doesn't know that that the girl that I'm talking to invited me on a date while she has a boyfriend. The only guy that doesn't know that is me. The boyfriend doesn't know that I'm invited on the date. He knows I'm the friend that's coming along. So I'm like, and then I sit in the back seat and there's a girlfriend for me. And I look at the girl that I'm smashing like, yo, what's this? And she's like, oh, this is my homegirl. I wanted you to meet her. So we're doing a double date. And I'm trying to like keep up with the story because this is all improv at this point. At this point, I'm like doing off the dome. I'm like freestyling it. I'm like, okay. So I sit in the back seat. I'm trying to make the best out of this person who thinks that I'm here to see them. The girl I'm smashing is with her boyfriend in the front seat. So I've been in very questionable situations, right? But when I'm dating a girl, it's all about that girl. So I would never invite a girl to come hang out with me and my girlfriend, right? Which is the same reason why when I have a girlfriend, there are no more female friends. Like, if my girlfriend does not accept my female friends, then I just told my female friends, like, yo, check this out. My girl, she's crazy and she thinks this and she thinks that. So I'm gonna just keep my distance. You my homie. It don't really matter, like, whatever. Like, eventually she'll get used to you and everything will, sizzle out. Maybe at a family party or a barbecue or something, everything will fizzle out. But she don't like you. So we're gonna just keep our distance. You know what I'm saying? Because I want to have a life. I want to have a wife. I want to have kids. I want to have the house. I want to have the stuff that everybody has, the American dream, right? So I'm trying to tell every girl I date, like, yo, listen, when I'm dating you, it's about you. I don't have no side chicks. There's none of that. When I'm single, I'm single. When I'm single, it's party Chi. Uncle Chi is open for business. Whatever you want to do, you could do. You want to come sleep over, you could do that. You want to bring 3 girls and they all walk around with nothing on, you could do that. I'm not going to be judgy to nothing. But when you're my girlfriend, there is none of that going around because I want to be the square. It's all about me and you. Which means that when you come to my house, you could come unannounced because even if there's a female friend of mine there, she got to go. The minute you walk in, she got to go. Yo, peace. Yo, Maya, peace. Call your man to come scoop you or peace. You know what I'm saying? But when you're like, yo, you cannot just pop up unannounced, it gives a different message. It gives a whole different kind of perception. It makes people feel there's something going on here. You know what I'm saying? There's something to hide. And when you get invited to a girl's house at 1:30 in the morning and there's a dude already there ushering you in, coat checking your coat. Like, I didn't even want to take my coat off because I was like, that's where my weapons are. I need to keep those things close to me. So I'm like, nah, I'll keep my coat on, like, just in case, bro. Because when the brawl breaks out, you want to have all your stuff with you because you just want to, you know what I'm saying? But I'm just using these, case study to answer unanswered questions and probably a couple of mysteries that I didn't understand. So shouts to everybody on Valentines who found that person that they're willing to give up their friends, their side person, the interested parties. Shouts to you. Now, for those people out there that are juggling, the jugglers, there's some juggling people out there that don't want to let go of people, the jugglers. If you, and I'm speaking to you guys seriously, look at my eyes. I'm speaking to you seriously. Uncle Chi gives you this advice. When you're single, be single. When you're in a relationship, be the best partner you could be. Because you may not get that opportunity again in life to show somebody how much you care for them. Now, whether they show you that in return is irrelevant. Remember, when you get into a relationship, you have to love so much that you get played. Don't ever love somebody just a little bit. Don't put a little bit in. Put all of it in. If you get played, move on. If you don't get respect, move on. But if you don't get played and the person is trying to work with you, trying to show you the respect because they could probably come from a different background or a different situation, you have to respect that. If a person's telling you that they're giving you their all, you have to respect that. You cannot go off of information somebody else gives you. You cannot go off of the fact that the person used to be a player. None of these things matter. When you're with a person, you need to give it your everything because your everything might be the only shot you have at love. Now, if you go into a relationship doubting any situation, you are doomed to fail. So to all my Valentine's people, if you have a special someone, I'm not talking about the person and you're like, yo, me and you're going to be together. I'm talking about the person you're in a relationship with. This person you will know because they're in your house right now. You're probably laying in your bed right now. You're probably on your phone right now. You guys are making plans for something tomorrow. That person deserves your undivided attention. If you have a friend, if you have a side guy, all those people should get clipped. I don't care if you hurt their feelings. The person you're dating should be your priority until you're done. Like me, I'm done. I don't have a girlfriend. I haven't had a girlfriend since my birthday. I got dumped For my birthday, I didn't even get immunity because it was my birthday. I got dumped for my birthday. And I'm going to tell you something about dumping people on your birthday, dumping people on Valentine's, dumping people on holidays. It has a bad karmic reaction because you could have spared the person's feelings maybe a month or so and then broke up. You could have offered immunity and then you could have worked out your issues. But for you people out there sabotaging your own relationships, remember that just because your partner doesn't know what you're doing doesn't mean that the universe will not come back to pay you for everything you're doing to that person. You will answer to all your karma. Big Buddha Chi here, guys, and you already know it's the Matrix Studios, Chopcheese Media. We're going to end this with a big, I love everybody who had a moment to tap in, and I love everybody who loves. Remember, guys, love is the only opportunity in the world that you have the chance to let your guard down. So when you love, you can't have your guard up. There's no such thing. You have to love until you got cheated on and played, and then you move on. If it doesn't happen, and if you get hurt, like physically, never be in a relationship where you're physically hurt. So guys, Chopcheese Media, Valentine's episode. Love you guys. Thank you for sticking around. This is the end of this episode. I hope everybody had some kind of insight. I hope you enjoyed yourself. And remember, love is imaginary. So if you two are not in love, you cannot make the person see it. You cannot convince the person of it. Love is imaginary. It's in your head. Only two people in love can see that. Only other people in love can understand it. Everyone else doesn't know what you're talking about. It's imaginary. So when you give your all, give it everything until there's nothing left. Chopcheese Media, Uncle Chi. Shouts to the Matrix Studios, iHeartRadio, Party 101.9. Shouts to Thadi in the studio. Shouts to DWI in the studio. Shouts to all my Black Wall Streets. We back and let's go. Chopcheese Media. Until then, shouts to Carl who comes on next. Guys, stick around. The next broadcaster is just as interesting. He's top-notch OG, double OG, triple OG. Show Carl love. You already know. It's Chief from the Chi Challenge. And it's Chief from the Chopcheese Media. Uncle Chi, caring, humble individual. Peace.